Yeah, it is. It is D-Day for the RBA, folks, and thanks for joining us. And Australians are bracing for more pain, waiting for another rate hike to be announced later on. It will be the 6th consecutive rise, tipped to go up by 0.5%. That will take the cash rate to 2.85%, and that would increase monthly repayments by another $222. That's on a $750,000 mortgage. So repayments have increased by more than $1,000 in 5 months. That's a huge blow to budgets as the cost of living rises. All the fallout coming up on Today. Well, pressure is on the RBA to end its campaign of supersizing interest rates, and it isn't just because of the pain it's causing household budgets.
And joining us with more is Domain Property Editor Alice Stoltz. Nice to see you this morning.
Hey,
Alice, some pretty shocked data out this morning about properties in Sydney suburbs and the Melbourne CBD selling at a pretty big loss.
Good morning, guys. Look, it's a really precarious time in the property market. It reminds me a little bit of Tim on that swing at the moment. You can see everybody's just trying to find some balance and equilibrium here. But CoreLogic data out yesterday did report on further price drops. RBA meeting today. It's going to really impact those with a big mortgage in particular, and also first home buyers.
So if rates go up today, what further damage do you think that'll do to the property prices?
Look, Carl, I think what we're looking for at the moment is people just wanting to have more stability in the market. I think there's this real sort of sense of uncertainty about what is ahead. So sellers are holding off listing, not knowing if they should go now or if they should wait. And I think buyers are thinking, do I go now or do I wait until prices drop further, but I can borrow less? But we do know as long as interest rates go up, we're going to see prices soften. So it's really having an impact on that confidence or lack of it in the market at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this is a rate rise today that I think is going to really hurt people. A lot of families worried. You know, now number 6, it's a big
Ali,
hit.
I think you're right, and it's that consecutive nature of it, and it's such, half a percentage point each time. It's really having a kind of deep and profound impact. So if they err on the side of, if they go a little bit less, it might make people feel a lot better this evening. But 80% of forecasts are saying it will actually go to a half percentage point yet again.
I think Aussies also have the right to ask have the Reserve Bank got the big decisions they got wrong.
Well, there's some key economists in this country saying that maybe they're making the wrong decisions here. Alice, appreciate your time this morning.
Welcome back. It's D-Day. Everyone is nervous about the impact of another rate rise today. For more, we're joined by Minister for Government Services and the NDIS, Bill Shorten. G'day, Bill. And from Radio 2GB, Jim Wilson. Good morning to you, Jimmy. Bill, do you have faith at all in the Reserve Bank Governor to get this right?
Listen, they're independent of government, and the last thing punters want to see is the politicians just commenting, engaging in free commentary about the Reserve Bank, which is independent.
They're big decisions, though.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt that mortgage holders are bleeding at the moment. And, of course, there's a lot of Australian mortgage holders who fixed their loans a year ago or anyway, a lot of fixed loans are going to sort of unfix at the end of the year, beginning of next year. So people shouldn't just look at the rate rises and the current reaction. There's going to be a lot of pressure on people who've been able to absorb some of the rate rises, but it's going to hit like a tsunami. Household
budgets. Jim, I listen to you every afternoon on 2GB, and I hear people calling in saying, look at the price of fuel, look at the price of groceries. My mortgage has gone up now. I don't know how I'm going to make it.
Yeah, well, it's cost of living pressures, and a lot of people are under the, are feeling it at the hip pocket. Now, we've just had in New South Wales, across the board, obviously fuel excise discount ending. Then you've got tolls going up again at the weekend in Sydney with a number of major tollways. You've got grocery bills going through the roof. You've got electricity going through the roof. And now another 50 basis points to take the cash rate to 2.85%. And then on Melbourne Cup Day, on Melbourne Cup afternoon at 2:30, it will go up again beyond probably 3%. Now, there's forecasts that it could reach around about 3.6%, even up to 4% next year. So I get the fact they're trying to have to rein in spending and ease inflationary pressure. But on the other hand, you're creating cost of living pressures, which a lot of individuals and families can't keep up with. So, yeah,
it's a delicate balance.
100% it is. And that's why the housing market is obviously, it's feeling it. And I think obviously with this another 50 basis points today, more to come in coming weeks. I think the housing market's going to decline even further. You
go too hard and you start running the risk, Bill, of bringing back the R word into these conversations.
Yeah, there's no doubt that it's pretty delicate balancing and people are doing it hard. I mean, some of these factors causing it are beyond our control. But I will say that we've got our budget coming down in October, and what we'll see is some building blocks with cheaper childcare, cheaper medicine. We're trying to get the wages moving a bit, but and now we're moving to renewable energy. That'll eventually have an impact there in terms of prices. But in the short term, I think it's very, very tough for people, and I just think there's a lot of pain out there.
It sure is. Okay.